Cecil County and the world to Cecil TV 30 at 6. It's February the 12th, and tomorrow is Fat Tuesday, the 13th. Wednesday, as you know, is Ash Wednesday, and fellas, pay attention, Valentine's Day. Welcome to Joe Sharpe.
Hey, how you doing?
The open mic host at Cecil College. When is it?
The second Friday every month, and I'm one of two hosts. Me and Hakan DeCare host it, so the next one will be actually next month in March.
That's great. Second Friday, and what time does it go off?
6 o'clock, and it runs till like around 8:30.
And that's in downtown Elkton.
Yes.
Railroad Avenue, at the college, the big building there.
The college, the one that everyone forgets about for some reason. I always think of Northeast, but it's been there since like 2007 now. It's been like over 10 years, so.
I can remember there used to be an elementary school sitting there, and they tore it down and built that.
I remember there being a laundromat there in Elkton when I was a kid, and I went there with my mom all the time, so it's been a lot of changes.
And it was right across the street from the Acme.
Yeah.
How time flies, traveling through time. So speaking of time travel, you have the show every second Friday, monthly, recurring, and it's wide open. Yeah,
it could. We have guests that arrange for people that want to do stand up. Sometimes people will just come up and want to do a song that the original that they did. Like we had a guy the other night do something with just basically, hey, I have this rap song I did. Can you put this up here to the sound guy? So I have to like run over to the sound guy and do all this stuff. So that's why it's good to have two hosts, because you have one person hold down the fort, and you can go up and take care of what else you got to do. So. And
it's a massive sound system and a big stage.
Yeah.
Probably the most professional looking open mic scenario, place around.
Yeah, it helps because out of college, we get lucky with that. I do appreciate that. Shout out to Andrew Dickinson. Yeah.
And he's the one who got you started in this, right?
Yeah. Basically, I went through the program. I didn't, I guess I'm one of the lame-os. I don't have a degree from it, but I always remained cool with Andrew. And he reached out to me one night and was like, hey, would you want to host something with Hakan? And I was like, yeah, what is it? And he said, it's an open mic. So he's like, you'd be good. You'd talk to people and host it and get people to come out and sing and be jolly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We had Andrew on the show. He played and his wife sang.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal. That's
where I first actually met Hakan, and that's where one of the first times I actually got to be introduced to Andrew was at one of those performances at the Northeast campus.
Yeah. And I'm going to come back. I've been there a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come back and check it out. Now, I know, do you have a drum set there?
Yeah, but it definitely needs to be, we need some help. We have a drum set, but we'd like some other pieces. If anyone wants to donate, totally cool with it.
There you go. It's a write-off, right?
Yeah.
Sure. So you have a band now, too, right?
Yes. I keep correcting it. I mean, it is a band. It's more of a musical project. It's me and my friend Addison. He lives in Kennett Square, and it's basically like kind of alternative rock, some pop, electronic stuff going on. I kind of want to rap, even though I'm not a good rapper. So it's interesting. It's called Collusions. I didn't name it. He did.
Collusions.
Yeah.
Very now with it name, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be one of those trendy hipster kids, but I've started playing music when I was like 15, and we've actually played shows together because I
backed you on drums. It was great.
You filled in for me, and filled in for the drummer that we didn't have at the time, and it's cool, man. It just goes to show you musicians can just put stuff together sometimes, and it works out,
Well, yes, it works out for everybody coming to the open mic.
Yeah.
Second Friday, starting at
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Sure like. Well, Joe, thanks for coming on Cecil 30 at 6. We're going to look at a clip now from Mount Aviat Academy, where Cecil TV saw 6,000 cream puffs being created. Making me hungry.
Oh, that sounds good.
But first, a word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Charles. For 30 years, I have been practicing functional medicine and gentle chiropractic. Elkton Chiropractic Neurology is dedicated to enhancing whole body rejuvenation, whether or not you are afflicted with injury or disease. We utilize a structural, neurologic, metabolic, nutritional, and energetic approach to restoring your body to its full potential.
After coming to Dr. Charles, I'm better than I was before.
You deserve to feel good and to have an active lifestyle, so why not call Elkton Chiropractic Neurology today?
Mount Aviat Academy's annual Cream Puff sale continues to grow and please an ever-widening audience for these freshly baked treats. Sister Joseph Margaret of the Oblate Sisters of St. Francis de Sales says this year's Cream Puff sale exceeded expectations.
They will produce over 6,000 cream puffs. They have to be ordered ahead of time. so that we know approximately how many we need to make. Just because we have to make the pudding and stuff a couple of days before in order to have enough. And this year it has just gone far beyond what we really thought it would.
For nearly 3 decades, the Catholic elementary school in Childs has used this sale as a fundraiser, but for the many volunteers who come to work each year, it's a way to give back.
I owe a lot to the school and the sisters. I went to school here from 1974 until 1980. My daughter graduated from here 5 years ago. She's at the University of Delaware. I've been coming back to help out for the Christmas Bazaar every year for the last 16 years. And it's just, it's a great place to be.
So, if you missed getting your Mount Aviat cream puff this year, you better mark it on your calendar now.
Oh no, the furnace is on the fritz again.
This time I'm calling the moon.
Wow, he's here already?
At your service. There you go. Mission accomplished. Our house is nice and warm again. Thanks, Moon Man.
You're awesome.
You're welcome. Just go to moonairinc.com.
For out of this world service, moonairinc.com.
And now we at 30 at 6 welcome Keith Williams, Executive Director of North Bay Adventure. Welcome to 30
Thanks.
at 6.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So I don't think I got the title right. What's the exact title?
It's actually the official title is the North Bay Education Foundation. We just did that. So we're the biggest outdoor education, environmental education, and character education program in the country.
Wow.
And so when we recognize that, we're actually working nationwide. So we're based here in Cecil, but we've got small programs going all over the place. We decided that we needed to change our name.
So you're located, your headquarters is on the Northeast River.
That's right.
What was formerly the Bowers Conference Center.
Yeah, we're within Elk Neck State Park, so it's really unique in a couple different ways. And one of those ways is it's a public-private partnership. So we leased 90 acres from the Maryland Department of Natural Resources, but all the construction on the site was privately funded. And that enables us to serve over 10,000 school kids a year.
10,000 school kids, both during the school year and during the summer.
15,000 in the summertime, 10,000 just for the school year program alone.
And the kids come down and they actually do hands-on projects.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So the focus of the program is really about choice and how choices have an effect on our futures, on our human community, and on the environment. And everything leads to an action. It's about empowerment and personal responsibility. So when kids leave North Bay, we want them to understand that the choices that they make are going to mean the difference between graduating high school and not graduating high school. It's going to mean a difference between a positive human community and a negative one. And it's going to mean a difference between a clean environment or a dirty one.
And the difference between having a future at middle school and beyond?
Absolutely.
Yeah, or maybe not.
Right, exactly.
It's that serious.
And so that's actually how we were started. We were started out of Baltimore City. So there were a group of us working in Sandtown, inner city, Baltimore, and realizing that kids were getting shot simply because they were making wrong choices and didn't recognize that they had the power to make the right kind of choice.
Right. And what I'm thinking is that this is serious stuff, but you have fun as well with
totally.
zip lines and
yeah, it's a camp setting, so it's there's no question it's not out of instruction time, it's out of classroom time. So we're very serious about academic rigor. We test our academic rigor through a nonprofit partnership with Virginia Tech to evaluate our effectiveness. At the same time, we want kids to have a blast. So we've got zip lines, 4 different zip lines, 2 that land in the water, 2 on land, 2 different climbing walls, a high ropes course, kayaks, canoes, sailboats, all the typical camp stuff.
Boy, I'll tell you what, middle school age kids must just really eat this up.
Totally. We've got kids coming back to us now. We've been at it 13 years, coming back to North Bay now as employees, talking about what a marker that experience put in their lives.
That's a testimonial right there.
Absolutely.
Well, Keith, this education you do is with the middle school kids. You work with adults in some capacity?
Mostly we have a teacher professional development program. So any teacher from Pennsylvania, Delaware, and now the state of Oregon can come to North Bay and get continuing education credits after spending some time with us. We also serve the parents and the teachers that come along with their kids, but we're really a kid-focused program.
Right. Well, middle school is a very important age to learn responsibility and making good choices. Because there's a lot out there that could influence kids to not make good choices.
Absolutely. And so, one of the markers of our program is we use pop culture and media as a positive messenger. And so we've got this amazing theater. And so during the day, the kids are outside doing authentic environmental issue investigation that leads to a positive environmental action. At night, they come into our theater, and I describe it as Nick at Night meets David Letterman. It's professionally produced. It's off the hook. We've got comedians coming in from Philadelphia. We've got a professional band coming in from DC. And we message kids with those positive messages about choice. We just use video clip and music and media the same way they're being messaged on television, only we use that for a positive message instead of a negative one.
Well, the media is a double-edged sword then in that respect.
Totally.
Yeah,
you're
really
very
cool.
positive, of course.
Yeah, that's what we try and do here at Cecil TV. We try to be a positive influence and uplifting, and we're glad to have you here. It sounds like we just really looking at the tip of the iceberg.
Very much. We'd love to have you come out and see it firsthand.
That would be great. Let's do that.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, I'm John Dixon, local photographer, artist, board of directors here at the Arts Council. I display work here at least once a year, sometimes twice, depending on what I get talked into. This time I happen to be standing in front of a couple of my daughter's pieces. This show's a little different. It's a mixture of 4 or 5 artists, one of which the high school photography teacher here at Elkton High, Jen Fox. William Scarborough is another artist at this show. My daughter, Joshine Dixon.
I'm Joshine Dixon, and I like taking pictures outside, not of anything outside, but of people or like bridges or like anything that pops out, not just a leaf or a tree. And in the future, I'd be a lawyer because I like arguing, which, yeah, my dad will tell you.
I'm William Scarborough, photographer for Cecil County, and basically I just got into photography as a hobby. So bought a camera body, bought some used lenses, and that's how I started. Just learned it on my own, just looking at other people's pictures and doing some reading and practicing. And this is one from Cecil County Fair. And my approach is basically just to start with one single object and build around it to let other people build the story that they see in the camera lens. I'll focus in on the one subject, and depending on which way I put the lens, kind of determines what the story may or may not be, and I leave that up to the people to see the picture to determine that.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Fox. I am an art teacher at Elkton High School. I teach photography and fine art, and I'm showing my work at the Black, White, and Read All Over show at the Cecil County Arts Council. My artwork is gelatin silver prints. They're printed on a fiber-based paper, and they are from my travels throughout the United States, and they are shot with a Bronica medium format camera. I printed them myself at Elkton High School, and they have a backstory. The underlying theme is about travel, the paths we choose in life, and unrequited love.
My name is Hannah Durant. I am a photographer here in Cecil County, and I range anywhere from landscapes to portraits to weddings to basically anything in between.
Boy, Cecil TV really gets around. We were at First Friday last week in Elkton, and don't forget, First Friday happens every month. That's the first Friday. Check your calendar. Coming up next week, speaking of the arts, Cecil TV will be piloting a new way of looking at the arts and the artists who create them. It's something we call work in progress. Our first featured artist will be local sculptor Dean Sapia and a creation he is calling a monster. Stay tuned.
Why should you advertise on Cecil.tv? Because it is a totally new and unique way to reach the thousands of viewers that watch our programming. Plus, you'll be helping us grow as we expand our coverage. We have exciting plans, and your business or organization can be part of it. You will find our packages and rates to be refreshingly affordable, and we'll work with you to create a fresh and dynamic ad that says and shows what your business is about. Ask us how to get your commercial produced for free, so contact us on our website, cecil.tv, or send an email to info@cecil.tv. Thank you.
And now we're proud to welcome the first woman inductee into the Delaware Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Kitty Mayo. Kitty, welcome to 30 at 6.
Thank you.
So that's quite an honor, and that you were at a ceremony last week?
Uh-huh. Yeah, the induction ceremony at the Newark Country Club. It actually was to introduce everybody, and Club Fred played, and the guy from Grand Funk Railroad.
Mark Farner.
Mark Farner was there. That
in
was
the
fun.
paper.
Yeah, that was fun.
That must have been fun.
Yeah.
So you're an inductee into the Delaware Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, what do you get for that?
Well, what I got from that was they asked me to be on the board of directors, and I'm on the board of directors.
So you got roped into being a guest bartender at another event too, didn't you?
That's March 28th. Tim Cleary and Steve Schwartz and myself, who are on the board, are going to be bartending from 6 to 10 in Newark at the Deer Park.
The Deer Park.
Yeah.
Legendary Deer Park, where Edgar Allan Poe hoisted a few. That's what I heard.
Holy cow.
So you're going to sing tonight. I know Mary Archer is going to accompany you. We're looking forward to that. Tell us a little bit about your music that you're currently doing. You're in a band or two?
I'm doing an original project for jazz, which are my originals, and I'm also completing a blues, like R&B kind of original thing with my my blues band, the Empress Band, and I'm in a band called Venom Blues.
I've heard of Venom Blues. Now, what's the name of your band again?
The Empress Band.
The Empress Band. Obviously, you are the Empress.
Yeah, this guy from a rock and roll magazine in New York said if there was a Queen of the Blues, I would be the Empress.
There you
so
go.
I have a title.
Well, we're looking forward to that. Tell us, our viewers, how you got started in music.
I'm from a musical family. I was born into it. My mom was a singer and piano player. All her brothers and sisters were. We had a music school in Chicago called the Rizzo Jazz School of Music. And everybody was in the symphony and stuff, so I had to do something. On Sundays we got together, you better do something or you weren't included. So I sang.
Rumor has it, and I got to clear this up.
Okay.
That you could sing before you could talk.
Oh my God, yes. I forgot about that, yeah.
Well, we talked tonight, and you're going to sing soon.
Okay.
You teach as well? Teach
yes,
vocals?
I teach voice.
How would someone get in touch with you if they wanted singing lessons?
You could go to kittymayo5@gmail.com.
kittymayo5@gmail.com. Well, anything else you want to share with us?
We'll be at the Grand Opera April 29th for the Delaware Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, inducting the older folks into it.
Wow.
That's going to be a fun one, too.
Grand Opera House in Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Come see us.
All right. Definitely will.
Thank you.
Definitely will. Because what the director, I guess, George Walkine, maybe we'll get him on TV because we go way back.
Oh, yeah.
And he made a good choice in you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We look forward to hearing some music.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kitty Mayo, and this song is my song. It's called Memory, and it was written for a pinnacle birthday when you suddenly wake up and you're not what you thought you should be, not what was in your memory. That's what this is about. It's called Memory.
Wish I'd be what I see in my memory. You know, before life got a hold of me. Used to have the key to every locked door. Sure to be what all innocents truly believe. Doesn't make my eyes water, but it sure does kind of sort of bother me. Wish I'd be what I see in my memory. But life got a hold of me. There's always a price, a fee, and life just plain got a hold should have told me to let wishes slide into my memory. Someone older should have told me to let wishes slide. I am what I saw back there in my memory. I am what I am in reality. I am what I saw back there in my memory. I am what I am in reality.
This next song is a song called Mean and Evil. I woke up in the middle of the night with this one. I was mad at somebody. And I showed Mary. By the way, this is Mary Archer. Isn't she wonderful? Anyway. And this is called Mean and Evil. You'll hear a little Earl Bostic kind of thing in your head. The sax player.
I'm a mean woman, baby. You're looking at an evil one. Oh, I'm a mean woman, baby. You're looking at an evil one. I was born to make men suffer. You could be the one. I like to see you crying. I like the tears running right down your sweet, sweet face. Right down your face, baby. I like to see you crying, baby. Tears running right down your face. 'Cause I'm a mean woman, sugar. You're looking at her. I am an evil one. I can keep you happy, baby, totally satisfied. But it gives me great pleasure, baby, to see a man down on his knees, down on his knees, begging me, come on now, honey, now, just beg me. 'Cause I'm a mean woman, baby. You're looking at her. I'm truly an evil one. I can keep you happy, baby, totally satisfied. But it gives me such pleasure, baby, to see a man down on his knees, down on your knees. Beg on, beg on, beg on, beg on, begging me. 'Cause I'm a mean woman, baby. I'm not to satisfy you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's not I. It ain't me, honey. Don't you even count on it. Oh, love.